quantum polygamy. Because of course we know what regular polygamy is, whether it's on the female or the male side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a person with a couple or with the opposite sex that's moving and grooving. So quantum polygamy is not like sexually based. You know what I'm saying? It's more spirit building. It's more, if you're gonna be brother, husband, or sister, wife, you know what I'm saying, or you're gonna come in and help us build what we're building spiritually. We're gonna eat good together. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do everything to build this up. You know what I'm saying, and that's what makes it quantum, because we put spirit self first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and then we move from that. You know what I'm saying, and go forward. And it's it's harder that way. I ain't gonna lie, because it filters out everything and everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. But at the end of the day, when that quality start coming in, you appreciate the process.
Nah, for sure. Yeah.
Like he said, it's definitely spiritual based first, and on the simple principles and foundation that we want to see each other move forward. We want to go to the next level. We want to evolve our lives to life, of our family, our kids, our community, and do it, as a tribe.
Right.
And one thing that is unique, you do see in typical, most of them, you see like maybe a guy with several females, and the new one that you see now would be the women with, a few dudes, but ours is, it's open to males and females and also couples, because again, everybody is not always going to be physical, but we are on the same wavelength that, we're trying to go to the next level, evolution.
Right. See, I identify with that because, like, it was a point in my relationship, like, to where I had a homegirl that I confide in, like, because I was growing on a different level. I was educating myself, and there was certain stuff that I couldn't talk to, like, relate with my woman about. And I would talk to her about, like, and it'll be an understanding. It ain't got nothing to do with relationship, just business or entrepreneurship. And that became a problem. It was kind of like cheating almost, but it wasn't cheating.
Mm-hmm.
It was just I was just and one time, cause she Greek and her family believed in like the card reading and all this, and they were telling her that I was talking to this girl, and so she assumed that like it was a cheating thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dang, they can really get that from that, like that energy that I was talking to this girl. But it was like a real close friend of mine, and I used to be over there sometimes like late night just venting. Because like in my life, I never really had like people that I can vent to without using it as a weapon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I felt comfortable with that. But I never liked this girl. I never was attracted to her like that. And she was an attractive woman, but it wasn't like that. But my woman couldn't see that. She couldn't understand that. Like, why would you be at this woman's house all this time of night and y'all ain't? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I identify with that. It's kind of like the same, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something about yours?
Go ahead.
I know you're the interviewer, but I just want to.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that's interesting. So why didn't you feel like you could, because that's what the woman's supposed to be there, to be the piece, the one you can vent to, the one you can whoop, and then she give you the advice back and boom. Why don't you feel like you can do that for her? Do you feel like she would use you as a weapon, or you just couldn't vent because she didn't want to hear it, or?
Nah, like it's like sometimes like you like say I vent about something that I'm going through with my family, and I feel like they just using and abusing me, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm tired of it, but I can't help it because it's family. I was raised to always look out for your family. Mm-hmm. Even if it's hurting me, I still look out for my family. Mm-hmm. And then like you vent to her about it, and then like when you arguing about something that's going on between us, you use that pain against me in this argument. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like that.
Okay.
I think we all
we had a lot of growing to do. She understand it now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But then at that time, it wasn't good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely great that you evolved to there. That's one thing, I wanted to, let me express and say that, before Ricky, I was single for almost 9 years. So it took a minute to get into a space where, you know, I felt like I was ready, and even so, you know, finding someone, like what I love about him is that I'm still able to be myself, be pillow talk, be eccentric, and, you know, communicate. You do need, you know, relationships and communications with the same sex and opposite sex. You need sisterhood, you need brotherhood.
Right.
You know, we naturally tribal people.
Right. Okay. I'm finna get into another. Okay, look, I want to ask y'all, do y'all suggest that, what would be y'all advice for, like, do y'all feel like more people should be open to, like, quantum polygamy?
I feel that people should, because it's not sexually based.
Yeah.
A lot of times, though, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I used to think, dang, how come people, they say they want to be polygamy, quantum polygamy, but when they get in, they really don't want to. And I used to think, you know, the sexual thing, I used to think, okay, well, they ain't gonna just jump in having sex, so that's the reason why they don't want to. But I started noticing something that was even deeper than that. Quantum polygamy, it kind of brings more people around to make more people accountable too.
Yeah. No, for sure.
If it's 5 of us, I can't keep doing the bullshit I'm doing now, whether it was just with my mate or because my mate could be like, yeah, but there's 3 more other people like, yeah, Rick, you got that broad ass, gotta be like, I can't go against the whole family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the accountability thing is a lot of time what's stopping the quantum polygamy thing to do better, the accountability to do better. People want to fight against that.
Because when y'all was talking about that, I was thinking, like, I feel like people are, like, too possessive to do that. Because, like I was saying with my situation, mine was strictly on the, what do you call it, sapiosexual connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was strictly on that.
Sapiosexual, yeah.
Whatever it is, like mental stimulation. So, like, I feel like that's why I didn't blame her for not understanding, because, like, most people are like that. They're gonna assume, like, it's no way that you're gonna be a man gonna be with this attractive woman at this time of the night and y'all ain't doing nothing foul. Right. So she couldn't understand that. So I had to get her to that point to understand what I was going through and see it my way. We had to go to a breaking point because it wasn't going to work. If it's going to work, we got to get an understanding. Yeah. So but I didn't blame her, because I feel like most people are like that, so possessive that they can't even understand that logic. So that's why I related to that. That's why I asked that question.
I would say that we naturally taught that, especially in America, like really with all races, it's monogamy. You get married, you have your family and stuff, and then if we look at the reality of it, a lot of, you know, your uncles or grandparents may have a family across town. You see a lot of people do cheat, and even naturally, we are attracted to other people. Right. We're just being honest. Like if we're supposed to be, you know, just with one person, then how come that first crush you have in childhood, or, you know, that first kiss, or the first time you have intercourse, you don't lock with that person forever? Right. You get what I mean? We continue to grow. We're supposed to, you know, have experiences. So I think society has definitely put that on us. Like, hey, you don't take your man around your friends. You don't take your man around your sisters and this and that. But it's like, okay, so who do you go hang around then? Like, they start putting that jealousy thing in you at an early age. So it's something that we gotta dig out and realize it ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah, because I feel like it takes some people, it takes them more restraint to not cheat than to be faithful. Yeah. And that's like, when you think about that, like, it gotta be something in the water. Like, it gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
Then too, you probably having resentment inside going against your natural self. It ain't like you explained, it ain't even necessarily that somebody wants to go have a physical interaction with somebody, but a companionship. You got like, what is the old saying? It takes a village to raise a kid. So what, when you get older, you're supposed to stop and just close off?
Nah, that's real. Yeah. That's real. What made y'all even start putting together them events?
That's something Ricky had already been doing. I had started getting into lightly. So just coming together helped it elevate. I think our first event was a 420 event, and we had Mr. Pookie. He came through, and I can say I hadn't seen him perform like in over a decade, but it was like everybody in the room was so happy, was standing up singing all the lyrics. I was like, it was nostalgic. Like everybody was just so happy. Like I love seeing that look on people's face.
Yeah.
So, you know, we ended up getting Devin, and it just started, you know, going from there, getting bigger and bigger with the artists. Like,
Yeah.
I can say,
Yeah, definitely.
I see you
doing
starting
y'all thing.
I can say one of the main things with the events is it was for us to, you know, help the artists, help us help them.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a lot of the events, you know, we didn't even perform. Like we were, you know, when you play so many hats, having to bring the artists in, book them, take them around, you know, making sure you got performers to door. It's a lot of work that goes into it, but at the end of the night, when you see the main person performing, how everybody is like cheesing and to me, that's the feeling. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I get
yes, it is.
That's hard. What about you? Like, what made you, you know, what was your idea with putting this together with the events?
The main thing was the nostalgia because of the OGs who we was bringing. It was nostalgia, you know. You know, I always wanted to see Spice One and you know Mc Eiht, fucked up childhood. That's the way. You know, we used to quote that verse word for word. You know, and the young nigga quoting it with the big homies. Everybody quoting it. You know, from 11 to 21. Everybody in the living room. You know, and so Twista. You know what I'm saying? Devin. So it was the nostalgia and the notoriety of getting our name out there because of the message we was pushing. You know, because we was always pushing a unity, come together, spiritual, quantum divinity, quantum polygamy message behind what we were doing. So those are the two main things for me: the nostalgia and the notoriety.
Right.
You know,
man, that taught me a lot. That whole Mc Eiht situation taught me about the perception, the value of perception. Cause like I didn't feel like the people that know me, I didn't get a lot of support from. Like people would tell me like, oh, that's hard or whatever, but they don't buy. You know what I'm saying? When I post the picture with Mc Eiht holding my shirt, and he took a picture working out in the shirt and all that.
Okay.
When I posted that on my story, then people just thought, oh man, I need me a shirt. I need me a shirt. I was like, that's crazy. But that's how it goes.
The notoriety.
They feel like you made it. They're like, Mc Eiht got it. Oh, you made it.
You own.
Yeah.
Can I borrow like 1,000?
No.
Bro, wait a minute, bro. They like, let me work, bro.
For real.
So I can admit that is a feeling when you throw in the event, all of a sudden, hey sis, hey queen, how you doing, big bro? You know, everybody is in a good energy with you. So
I got a 2-part question for that same thing. Like, what's the key to putting together a successful event? And what's an obstacle you had to overcome on this journey?
I would say the key point to putting together an event is regardless of what happens, you gotta stay positive, and you gotta expect the dips in the road, the potholes, right? You know what I'm saying? When I'm driving, right, like when I'm driving on the road, right, I know a pothole or something might come, so I'll be ready sometimes to swerve. Sometimes I might hit it. Boom! Oh shoot! Whoop. So I would say that just being ready for the potholes and putting together even and just keeping it positive through the whole way through. You know, it don't matter if the artist say, "Man, I don't know if I can make it to town tomorrow," which is the show. You still gotta be like, wow, oh, you gotta stick to it. Hey man, what can we do, bro? Can we make sure? And then pretty soon, oh yeah, man, I tell you what, we'll do. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You just gotta stay positive.
Nah, for sure. That's key, for real. For real.
I would say that same thing, staying positive, because I'm a planner. I be doing the list, all that. Be on Ricky like, hey, let's go over this. You know, I call him in here. I've been wrote 8-9 pieces of paper, but what I've learned, you can put that all together, but things are still gonna happen whenever you're doing things on a big level. So like he said, just keeping the energy pushing. And on that 2-part, I wanna say, we faced a lot of obstacles. I think one of the most, I would just say, funny ones that we've learned a lesson from, because we do everything from actually booking the artist. So We book their flights. We bring them in. They stay in the hotel in our names. We pick them up and take them around. And we had got pretty fond of the Tesla.
Yeah.
So when we had Mc Eiht here, of course, he performed here in Oak Cliff on a Friday. And the next day we did a radio interview at 94.5. Magic, shout out to them. And we ended up going to Killeen. Like that was, our first time doing a 2-day event, doing out of town, just, expanding.
Yeah.
And with Teslas, just don't go out of town in the Tesla. That 2-hour, trip
Why
it was
is
supposed
that?
to be, because we kept having to stop and charge the car.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this took like 5-6 hours.
They don't
almost.
tell you that, bro. They don't tell you as you go.
Yes, and you got a celebrity in the car.
And it's hot. If it's hot, it's
Oh
gonna
my
drain
God.
the battery twice as fast. So you think you don't filled up to 80%, and really, since it's so hot outside, really that's 35%.
You driving a phone.
Right, and
Yes.
you finna, all of a sudden you looking, you thought you was at 80, and it said
Yes.
15. Find the nearest place if you can.
Yes.
So they don't got an automatic GPS on there that let you know if it's one near?
Yeah, they do, but
Yeah.
they don't. Sometimes they don't stick to that mud because
Man.
the battery will drain out faster than the GPS.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
The
if
GPS
you like-
say
yeah.
45 minutes. The battery's like shit 20, my nigga. It's hot out here.
Yeah, especially if you cut the air on or do anything extra.
The air, the
you
radio,
bad.
you gotta be hot. nigga.
That's crazy.
So we have to definitely keep our energy up. We got, you got Mc Eiht in there, got
Yeah.
this person with him, so we just trying to keep pulling over and staying positive. You gotta keep your face together.
Hold on,
you
he was
know?
in the car with y'all at the
Yes,
we took- yeah,
that's
it
why.
was
That's why I
happening.
said it was an obstacle.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes, we had to, because the next day we went to Killeen. Like I said, we
Yeah.
bring the artists in. So
Yeah.
we were here in Dallas. The next day we drove to Killeen to do the show in Killeen.
Yeah.
So yeah, we probably got there,
That's wild.
right when it started,
At
when
10.
the club opened.
We supposed to been there at 5:30.
Yeah,
we supposed
we
to make
left
there at
early.
5:36 so we could drop. Cause we got a room for them down there.
Yeah.
We supposed to
Yeah.
make 5:36, drop them off, go to the club, make sure everything, then go get them and
Yeah,
bring.
yeah.
We didn't make it down there to the club open.
Yeah,
To about 10.
yes,
Damn.
Took a link
yes.
from her to Killeen.
So people don't even
Yeah.
know the background work that
Yeah,
goes
now
on.
for sure.
Or think about when you book somebody and maybe you got a lot of different people in between. So that's another thing, making sure that you talking now. Ricky is like so on that, making sure we do paperwork and we talking directly to the plug.
To the
Right.
club.
Yeah.
No
Nah,
folk,
for
no
sure.
Fort man who can make an extra $500.
Nah, that's the
Yeah.
key, bro.
And if so,
Straight
just
to
let
the plug.
somebody know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might not say, bro, we can't give you 5, we'll give you 3 though, but
Yeah.
you know, don't try to sneak us.
Yeah.
Because now we know we ain't going for it.
Nah, for sure. You gotta have integrity out here.
Yeah.
That's real. Okay, what's a scam that has been normalized to the point that we don't realize it's a scam anymore?
The scam.
What's a scam that has been normalized to the point we don't realize it's a scam no more?
I think I would have to go with, damn it, it's 2 of them.
Go ahead, do you think?
Food and religion for 500. Let me tell you why the food is a scam now, and we didn't realize it. Like, I can say more in the 80s, 90s, it was more pure. Like, I love the Big Mac then. You get what I mean? And now everything tastes different. We see it in the way our kids are developing. So it's like, it's such a big scam. Everybody knows it. Everybody talks about it, but we don't do nothing about it. We just accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is anybody gonna shut down the fast food places? Is anybody gonna, do something about it? And on the other end, when you do try to be healthy, it costs you,
Man.
3 times as more.
That's real.
Yeah, so that's a scam. And, on the religion
yeah.
thing, hey, like, you feel the energy from within you. I never connected with the whole religion thing. I saw one of them people like, well, where do black people come from?
Yeah,
And, Adam and Eve are white. So just, get maturing and coming into learning experiences. You see, it's not just Christianity. We're not originally Christians. Like, it's more out there, more study of self.
I get it.
Yeah, more about energy and spirit.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that ain't even your question.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
question.
I thought it was a topic.
It definitely was. He could have chimed in on it. He let you have your shine. What's the most embarrassing thing someone has walked in on you doing?
when I decided to stop eating seafood, yeah, the most barren thing, was me taking a shit, and being I just ate some seafood. It was just so terrible that it just lit up the whole hallway, the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And and my friend at the time, she was like, "Oh, Ricky J."
You was at the house?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I was at her crib. That's the
yeah.
And it was like, she was like, "Oh, Ricky J,
Yeah.
because I'm not known for that, for no smell. I'm a top notch nigga, so
Yeah.
that embarrassed me like a motherfucker, like, cause I usually don't let I'm kind of like, I don't like a woman smelling my, don't even come in the bathroom.
I feel like boo boying is more embarrassing for women than a man, though. Like,
I'm like that. That's why I steal a little bit from the women. I'm like that. I don't want to. So she was like, "Oh, shit, man." I was in the bathroom. I still couldn't get it. I was like, "I'm done eating fucking razzoos. Like I'm done," because I had a shrimp, the badass shrimp plate with the garlic, boom, with the. I sipped a cup of wine, then I was high, and man, that shit came out. Nigga, I'm telling you, I know the dogs from the next house was like, ooh. So
what made you eat it when you know you ain't supposed to be eating it?
No, that was when I was I didn't even know anything yet, but I know that moment made me like, I don't need to be eating this shit like this. This shit made my inside smell like that.
Yeah.
And fogged up the whole goddamn hallway in the house.
Wow.
She was open, and she went overboard. She had all the windows open, the front door open with the fans blowing. She turned the AC on 50. Then I don't need to eat there no more. I'm like, man, get your.
Man,
you know how women are doing. They overdo it.
They go to the 10.
Yeah. Like, I got some on this nigga now.
Febreze,
Like,
dryer,
everybody Ricky J taking a steak ass shit. I ain't taking nobody else.
Friday, she tried to Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get into what inspired you. Got two new singles, right? You got Playing in the Key to Spain, right?
Yeah.
So what inspired the Playing, first of all? What inspired that song?
And he's playing with the strings in my heart. And he's playing like he's strumming guitar. And I'm waiting for this love to be gone. And I'm waiting till I don't feel love no more. And he's playing with the strings in my heart. And he's playing like he's strumming guitar. And I'm waiting for this love to be gone. And I'm waiting till I don't feel love no more. Mind over matter, stay broke or get fatter. It's silver platters and gold plates. You're so gonna have it. There was a time I let people tell me I could do something, but now everything I want, I manifested from nothing. Billion shotties.
Well, I can say
It jammed, by the way, too. I ain't just gassing it. And if you see the behind the scenes footage on this dude, this boy right there, that nigga was really right.
Yeah.
Not for real.
I know what she had. I'm like,
that's what I was saying. I was like, this.
She's
But it's
spitting,
jammed though.
yeah.
But what inspired it?
like I say, I've been doing music forever. I've just never put any out until right now. Like, so even that particular song, shout out to one of my favorite and close producers and friends, Pinky Kelly, Pinky Beats.
Pinky.
Yeah, he, you know, and this time I used to be over there at the studio at his place a lot, and he actually sat there and made that beat from scratch. You know, I was telling him different sounds and putting in. That's one of the first times I had input in. You know, just like I say, that was in a time where my mom passed, and I'm just trying to, you know, figure out life, figure my place in the industry. So yeah, I was, you know, how females we get it.
Yeah.
We get on the mic.
Yeah.
So it was one of those that I did and kind of, you know, buried away. And recently I was just pulling out my songs a few months ago, and Ricky was like, he came in the living room, he's like, I ain't never heard that one. He was like, you doing that one, do it. And a month later, we were shooting a video.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never even, you know, did all that. So
Yeah.
like I said, for somebody to just believe in me that much, he was like, you spitting on me. I was like, oh, that was more to angry me. I'm pillow talk now. I'm calmed down. So
that's the type of stuff that's gonna hit here. That's
Right,
what we're
right.
gonna
Hit
get to.
her.
yeah, so you know, as the light music I have put out, it has been more of the pillow talk, it's the sensual stuff where, you know, I've evolved to the softer side of my experience.
Yeah.
But I love that, you know, shout out to him. He did, you know, help me step into this. Like, he's like, he keep calling me Keita Payne. I'm like, why you keep calling me Keita Payne? He's like, because Keita Payne is you. That's a part of you. That's your other side. I was like, thank you for letting me embrace. I am the eclectic Gemini mind I've always been. So yeah, I am pillow talking Keita Payne. So that song, you know, Keita Payne is, you know, a real experience. I'm a real artist. When I hear a beat, I'll hit record and it just, you know, comes out like that. So
Yeah.
I appreciate being able to express that, but people see it as a place where I've grown from. It's part of my story. Yeah, I'm not in that exact place no more, but like you said, it does need to be heard. It does help people.
I feel like this is the time to be vulnerable though, because you know, like everybody is really hiding and running from there, and everybody want a perception that they doing great, and that's why they really being depressed, because they can't live up to the perception. You gotta look at yourself every day in the mirror.
Yeah.
And online you a whole different individual, but at home like you really dying and crying and sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like at this moment in my life, like I'm really tapping into being more vulnerable. Like as far as like admit it, being honest with I don't know everything. And if somebody asks me, I don't know. Or I can't.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? I won't. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, I'm really being my true self, being true to myself, and it feels so good to just be honest with myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I really can relate to that.
Yeah. I can say it did feel good recording it, being accepted, because like I say, those songs I did like that were more of the Keita Payne me. You know, I've kept kind of quiet and hidden. So for somebody to say, "No, put that out. People need to hear this. It's part of your story. This shit fire." Like that's everything to me. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Nah, that's big.
For real. I've never had that, and I needed that.
Nah, for sure. So, did I miss anything?
Oh, no.
Nah, I just playing. Is there any advice that y'all could give to like any up and coming entrepreneurs or entertainers that's striving to, you know, accomplish something in this game?
I would say the main thing is staying positive and focus on your vision, on what you believe in and what you know, not what you fooling yourself about. Right? 'Cause a lot of people fool themselves. You know, they get into the character, like you said. You know, you're on camera. I got big bands, and you know, in your video, you got a Corvette her or somebody else car her, whoop the whoop, and then when you leave the set, you end up trying to be that in real life, but you're not that, and so you become depressed. So I would tell people, stay focused on the vision and don't become bigger than your vision. You know what I'm saying? Be humble. You know what I'm saying? And don't let nothing take you off, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you know you finna win. See, I know we finna win.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I'm not gonna be fake about it. I'm not gonna, you know, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nah, for sure.
I would say, just kind of elaborating what he said, definitely, you got to keep a positive energy, because what I've learned, like the higher you want to succeed, you're not going to get it easier. You're going to have bigger tests. You have to make sacrifices. So even when you are faced with those issues, those adversaries that make you just want to quit, don't quit and don't go crazy. If you don't go crazy and you don't quit, then the universe going, you know, your higher self going to push you through it and allow you to, you know, keep going and get to that destination of achievement. So I say, you know, staying focused, keeping up energy positive, and keeping it real. You can't move it faster than, you know, it's supposed to happen. You got to put in the work. Yeah, you got to put in the work.
So that's the end of the show. I want y'all. How was y'all experience on the Savage Troop? This y'all first time being on the show. How was the energy? How was the feel? Like I ain't do y'all too dirty, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say, you know, shout out, you know what I'm saying, the Savage Truth podcast. You know what I'm saying, man, for real, man. I really liked the questions. It was interesting. You know, I wasn't sitting over here bored. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, I was into it. So, you know, I would, you know, hey, y'all get y'all interviews in, you know, get on point.
Okay, for sure.
I definitely liked it. Like you said, shout out to Shano Reloaded, Truth Podcast. Definitely good questions, good content, and yeah, I'm loving the energy of it.
Alrighty. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the Savage Truth. Like and subscribe to this video. Let them know where they can find y'all, like on social media.
All right. On social media, on Instagram, Pillow Talk _LKL. You can also check out the app on Fire Stick or Roku. Download it at #Pillow Talk. And on Facebook, Keita Ladon. So anywhere, #Pillow Talk or Keita Ladon.
Yeah.
The Eclectic Gemini.
On Instagram, Ricky Perry 14. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm still learning about Instagram. I'm mostly Facebook, you know, kind of like the old school, or whatever. So Ricky Perry, you know what I'm saying? You'll find me on Facebook, RICKYPERY. You know it's me when you see us. You know, log on to there. Send me a friend request. You know, let's move and groove, and let's take this trip to another level. You know.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like and subscribe to this video. We out.
We out.
What you thought?
John Tommy made them beat and I'm gon' kill
Shano! The realest thing that was ever told to me. One of the realest things. The streets don't love nobody. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What I do is my business. Don't look at my cup. Don't look at my cup. Don't look at my cup. You and me, why hate? They just wanna be us. They just wanna be us. They just wanna be us. Ain't stuntin' no bitch. Countin' figure something up. Countin' figure something up.